Hello, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Welcome back to Ask Ken Tay, Ask the Right Person late night interview. Hello, everybody. Let me see who is watching. Rebecca, Linus. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Welcome back to Ask Ken Tay. Sorry, I got echo. Let me off first. So sorry. So thanks for watching again. Every day, almost every day, I come live. So thanks for watching. Hello, James. Hello, Thomas. Thanks for watching. Today, I'm sure you guys know, you all come here and watch what, right? Watch Marcus Luah, right? The famous, the good-looking one. Not look at me. So today, first thing I want to say, thank you for overwhelming support. Today is episode 9 already. Episode 9. So I got 8 other live in front. I hope you all got time to watch. All covered different topic. So today, all we want to do is value add you. And Marcus is one of the top leader in Pronex. And he will actually share with you all the safe haven for high net worth investors or high-end investors. So previous 8 episodes, it's on my Facebook. Tomorrow I'm inviting this handsome another handsome man. So whoever come to my live, all handsome men, pretty lady. Okay. Tomorrow I'm inviting Wilson Tay from Rest and Relax. I'm sorry. Wilson Tay. Tomorrow he's touching on speedy renovation after circuit breaker. Because I'm sure everybody agree, after circuit breaker, all our friends or relatives will get a house. They will have to rush for renovation. So he will touch on very important point, guys. Tomorrow, you need to prepare first. Because once circuit breaker open, everybody will rush to reno already. If you buy that, then look for a contractor. Too late already. So Wilson tomorrow will touch on what to take note and how to do it carefully without breaking your wallet. So this will value everybody. Everybody. Tomorrow sharing. Tomorrow 1 o'clock. By Wilson Tay, Rest and Relax, top ID in Singapore. So good, right? If you get any other topics you want to know, please write in the comment section. Anyone else you think I can invite? The next one I think of is inviting lawyer. Lawyer. So which lawyer can I invite? Any comments? Anyway, hi everybody. Hi. Hello Lynn. Hello Jeanette. Hello Caden. Roy. Every night I see you, Roy. Thanks. Thanks. Come and watch. Hi everybody. Say hi. Give me some love and like. Thanks. The more you like, the more you share, the more I can add value to everybody here. Because these videos it's not very it's not subjected to me only. So you can use content of it to share to your clients to actually convert them. But of course, share selectively. Don't share my face too much. Share Marcus' face more. So what's the topic for today, guys? Where's the safe haven for high-end investors? Safe haven. So safe haven is a very broad topic, but also very specific in Singapore. Where's the safe haven? So Marcus later will touch on. He will answer 3 questions, which later I'll share. Today is episode 9, guys. Episode 9. Thank you very much. Tomorrow is Wilson Tay. Monday I'm getting. We are sharing a Chinese one. Chinese sharing on Facebook Live. Monday I got Kevin Feng to come on live. And let me touch a bit on Marcus before actually, for the consumers watching, touch a bit on Marcus first. Marcus, I knew him way back before I joined property. She's my sister's friend. So he's an investor. He brought a few properties also. He's an investor himself. So he'll be sharing from an investor perspective later. Trust me, his sharing will be very, I would say very unique. Not very not very 𝐾𝐤𝐥, not very salesy, not very selling stuff. Wow, I'm right, must listen to me. Marcus will share very neutral view of the general market in Singapore. And if y'all go and visit him on his Facebook page, you will see that he's featured on Straits Times, Business Times, all the time, except Surya, I think, except all the other mother tongue newspaper. He's all interviewed already. Later you can ask him. He's featured on Straits Times, Business Times, Simi Time also featured him already. Damn famous one. because he's a leader and he's an investor himself. And he also a multiple property owner. Later you can private message him which property you buy. See whether he tell you or not. So he's now at backstage already. So I need everybody to help me. Hello Joy, hello Lynn. Do me a favor. Once he come on, everybody say hi to Marcus Ken. Wait, so Marcus, are you ready? He's at backstage. Can you hear me? 点头一下. Okay. So once he come on, everybody do me a favor, say hi. Facebook Live must interact one, guys. Must two-way. You're watching already. Say hi, Ken already. Hi, Marcus. Can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you. Loud and clear. I just want to reboot my internet. I think I got very bad internet here.
Hey, so far so much better than our trial just now. Leguan is watching, Liu is watching, Joy Tan is watching, Roy is watching also, Thomas Low. A lot of my friends.
How do we see the people, the viewers? Oh, you mean on Facebook, right?
On Facebook. So if you on your own Facebook, Facebook Live, you watch it, then you put it by the side, you can see everybody else that's your friend that's watching.
Actually, I can do a
watching also. David Liu is watching. So everybody say hi to Marcus. Marcus is today to share with you all where's the safe haven for investors. Those who my side got about 10 names. Those who are not in my names, meaning it's not my friend but the public people watching. Hey, Lin say hi. I can draw. See Marcus, I can draw comment. Lin, you say hi.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Joy say hi also. Joy is the lady that share with me what is L and S.
Oh, now I can see the comments on Facebook. Why?
No, I can draw, I can draw. See, I can draw. Hi, Marcus.
Hello.
Someone say hi also. I can draw. Later, guys, any questions for Marcus? Don't too personal. Don't too personal. Real
personal
estate.
Also okay.
Personal also okay. Marcus say personal also okay. You can just start in comment. He'll say hi. He'll reply . Okay, so Azla say hi also. Hi there. Esther say hi also.
Okay,
so Marcus, you don't see your own face during the live. Just put your phone by the side, but you mute it can already. Then you can see all the friends there. Lei Guan is here. Irene Yong is here.
Oh, you're the one drawing out all the comments.
I draw comments so that you can see. If not on the right side, you also can see live comments, but you must select a bit troublesome.
Oh, okay.
So Marcus after I talked to him more, he's very 爽快. He said okay, then he came online. Okay, come and share.
I want to thank you also because it's not easy to be consistently doing this. It's really not easy. So I must say a big thank you to you as well for all these initiatives that takes a lot of time, and it's good for me also. It's like good for everybody. That we get to see each other. Hello. At home.
Everybody say hi to you. Everybody here to see you. Like Marcus, the handsome man, handsome leader. Jeanette Ng, everybody say hi already. Okay, Marcus, say hi to everybody. Anything you want to say first?
Yeah, I think I don't have a lot of things to say. I have prepared a bit of based on the questions that you asked. I think they will keep it very light and in the most candid manner. I think we are here to just share some different point of view and like how do when I talk to my friends when they ask me, because I got a lot of friends who are traders, they buy stock market, they make a lot of money from stock market, but yeah, so it's interesting. Like we have the opportunity to just talk about for high-end people. High-end people usually they have a lot of options. They can buy a lot of things. Like everybody wants a piece of their money, including some of you down here. Some of you watching are also the high net worth people. So everyone is coming to you and trying to sell you something, trying to get your money into their so-called their good investment. It's not easy for these people because apparently today is a good chance to make money no matter what you buy, and including property. Yeah. So I guess today we just let us know if you have any questions. We will try our best. I try not to make it too. Me and Ken, we agree we will not make it too one-way traffic. So I think
correct. Correct. Ron is watching. My best friend Ron is watching. Ron Lim is saying never say hi. Ron never say hi. I think he watched.
I think now we want to make it a very more Q&A in a sense. I have prepared a bit, But I try not to like spend too much time on the slides because we want to focus on what people want to know. I feel that will be even better lah. So
today I believe Facebook Live not to see slides one.
Yeah, correct.
Ron say hi already. Ron, your pressure. Say hi already. Say hi already. So today topic, guys. Today topic, where's the safe haven for higher investors? So we slowly start. Okay. So because Marcus is the leader, I want to ask what is the concern for investors from the perspective of a leader and also investor for Marcus? Macro view lah. So your perception will be different from everyone else.
Sorry, from? Yes,
different from layman, no? Because you meet more people, you meet developers also, so your perception is different. Am I right to say so?
Okay, I think today investors, their concern is very, very, very simple because they have, first of all, like what I mentioned just now, they have a lot of options. Everything makes sense to them because the fact is, property may not be the only way to get rich, especially when you are high end. So there's a lot of things you can buy businesses. There's a lot of things you can buy. The first concern is today, are they putting their money in the place where they can make the most out of this crisis? So I think today a lot of them, and also people will always be concerned, will they be the ones that are paying the highest price? So the biggest concern today is whether the price will, because I know that there's still a lot of demand for right now, but people are just concerned whether they be the ones that they don't want to be the sucker that is paying the highest price and end up developer drop price. Then they will feel that, and it's something that is constantly the fear of buyers, no matter actually be it property buyers, be it equities, be it anything. People always try their best to catch the to take a position when the market bottom out. Yeah, so the fear of losing out, in a sense that they fear that next time people buy cheaper, often result to procrastination because there's no hurry, in a sense. So I guess now the biggest concern for them, the buyers today, are am I going to buy the highest and then developer end up slashing price? How many you agree and go to the comment section and tell me you agree with me, so that it's not so awkward, because I'm now talking to and looking at the pinhole, so I don't let you feel that at the screen. You all can try to respond whether you feel you agree with me or not. That most of the clients today, their concerns are actually whether am I going to be the one that's paying highest price and end up price, then what's going to happen? Yeah, so that's the concern of property buyers.
So property buyers, like yourself, you relate to yourself, so you're a buyer, you say, I better wait a bit also wait first, see whether really other people do it, then I do it Human is only human correct?
Yeah, it's only human Everybody follow anything So basically, it's, sorry to use the word, but it's a little bit monkey see, monkey do attitude like wherever everybody wants to go to. Everybody's going to the NTUC to buy toilet paper. You don't even know why toilet paper. You also go and so I think it's the same logic So like, all of a sudden today, the toilet paper becomes the most valuable commodity around already. Toilet paper, and people don't even know why. So like, it's very natural human instinct right?
𝐾𝐸𝐥𝐿.
Yeah, so everybody do it just do Nobody want to buy don't buy So it's natural
So whatever you think, copy won't die. Nobody do it.
Until now, still people don't know why they are buying toilet paper. Yeah, it's a hurt. Yeah,
a lot of people debating.
Yeah, So I think today, but for me, I always think if there are any consumers out there watching today, right? I think anything that we do should be guided by facts and figures. Anything that we do should not be by hearsay or sentiments, because when you are investing in the equities market, especially if you're investing in the US stock market, then yes, the volatility is there because it's highly sentiment driven. It's very scary. One night can drop 20%. next day go up 20%. Then it's very volatile. So you need to be very careful and you need to study everything. You just need to keep on waiting and be very, 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 very patient. I totally agree. Because I also work in the stock market. But when it comes to property, it's a little bit different because the entry and the exit is not as you wish. You cannot like enter today. It's not as liquid as stock market, because stock market you can sell tomorrow. You can buy now, sell 5 minutes later. You can short the market. There's so many things that you can do. But properties, the least you have to hold is 3 years. So you also need to consider some multiple factors. Yeah.
So market drop 20%, I think it's Tesla. Tesla can overnight drop 20, tomorrow key 20.
Yeah,
like
correct.
Tesla,
which later Tesla will be one of the example that we'll be using, but not about the stock market. But my point here is, today if you're buying property, it's very different because the intrinsic value of property is a lot stronger because there is already something what we call the land cost is already there. So what I always tell my clients is the intrinsic value. The value is there, the land cannot be overnight gone. But equities can be like, you buy a bond for high flux, end up they close down. Can it happen? Yeah. So just now me and you, we were talking about, so Singapore Airline now they are selling the rights, right? So because $6 now become 450, 420, I don't know about yesterday's price, but 4块多 lah. So you dare to buy? Tell me inside the chat box, do you dare to buy? Now do you dare to buy Singapore Airline stock? Right?
Yeah, I ask you one. Last time I colleague a lot of them, $14 the ticket is cheap, $14. But when they bought, they were waiting for the what's that? Dividend 120. But when they bought, then dropped to $12. Then never seen $12, never seen double digit already. Forever below $10 now.
Yeah.
Then so, I think $4 plus, right? You say?
Yeah, $4 plus because they are selling the rights, man. They're raising funds.
Scary, scary. Really scary. Sad and scary.
Actually, no, because those existing shareholders, they never lose anything because basically they sell you more. They just they are raising funds, so they are selling more stocks. So naturally, stock market, there's a lot of things to understand. If you ask me, if you don't understand and then you just blindly buy because of price, then you are in trouble. So people who are in the stock market, they know, but in the property market, they usually don't practice that way. Usually they don't. The people that even they buy shares, right, they also don't study the property market very well. They think they have, sorry if you are one of them, so sorry about that. They think they have, but a lot of numbers that I bring out, they didn't even know. Afterwards, I'll show a little bit on the share. I will be showing you a little bit about the some numbers that when I show to my clients, they also don't have access to this information. What they have will usually be information that is more conventional and outdated in the sense that, freehold is always better. Resale price can catch up with the new launch price. So a lot of, what do you call that? Outdated, I won't say outdated, but conventional beliefs. But because you must know one thing, if you're agents today, right? If you're agents today, you must know one thing, that your clients don't buy properties every day. They don't see people buy properties every day. They buy one property and basically they sit there for 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, some hold for rental income and all these things. They are not watching the property market because property market, the truth is, the property market is that you don't need to keep on watching. You don't need. Because you don't need to be pulling the trigger every day, making decisions every day. So naturally, the share investors, equities investors, they may not be watching the property market every day also. They also don't know what is the available things ups and down because they may not have the much capital or equity to go in to buy properties every single day, unless they are Warren Buffett lah. But most of them are not. So if you are agent, right, I don't know whether you also agree with me. Today, right, a lot of clients, buyers that you think they know a lot, but because I've been speaking to a lot of people right now, from different agencies, so they always feel that the buyers that do one rental property is a savvy buyer. Actually, I can tell you, a lot of them they are not watching the market. Yeah, so they don't even know, they may not be as aware as us agents on what is available, are the good deals out there. So to them, it's like, okay, market is not good, we wait. And the common belief is always stock market crash, 6 months later, what happened?
Market crash
What
also.
happened?
Property market, I think so. I think that's the common right. I heard my clients say before. Anyone here to hear the same thing before in the comment section? Anyone here before? They say always got a few months lag or something, right? The index or something.
So if you know this, right, you key in the comment section 6 months, then we know that you are watching. If not, let me see, now 70 over people only. So tell us in the comment section, is it 6 months? Everybody say 6 months. We see whether we can get 2 or 3 people reply, then we will continue. If not, no interaction, very sian. So anyways,
I see Lei Guan will say, savvy investor know the difference between investing in equities and property.
Yeah, because you see, equities is because property. I mean, investment. There are a lot of vehicles for investment, but today, even when you buy, if you invest in equities, there's also a difference between trading and investing, right? To trade and to invest is totally different thing, because trading is more of speculating, timing the market, shorting the market, wait for the market to tank, right? So it's very, very different. But in properties, there's no such thing as short or long. Everything is long, and as long as 3 years. So it's very, very different. Yeah. So the concern today, I feel that a lot of stock investors are looking at property like the stock market. So we need to go and advise, if you are an agent and if you are a client, like please speak to the experts, right? People that can draw numbers and show you, like my dear friend on my right here, on my left, on my right.
Yeah.
So a lot of analytics. Yeah, you must always remember to use real time. Don't use old mentalities, because the human behavior, the consumer behaviors have all already changed. So back to the topic. If the market, when the stock market tank, the property market also tank. So is it true or not true? So actually we did some studies and we realized that actually there must be a very, you see today a lot of people are saying that when DBS shares went down from $28, now it's how much? Now it's $19. So when it became 16 that time, a lot of people say that, hey, the market will continue to go down, go to 13, go to 12. Suddenly the price go to, last few weeks, almost $20. So some people say, maybe I missed the boat. So, but today when you're buying a property, thing, well, you see, a lot of people think that they can time the market. Afterwards, I'll show you some numbers to share with you. At least we justify using some numbers.
Cannot time market one, I think. Very difficult. Properties, developers, so many things different from stocks. Very different.
Yeah, so now I'm trying to share my screen. Anyway, I did some.
For those who just join us, it's very nice to be. No, sorry.
I will try to keep it light. Can you see the screen now?
Can. I'll draw, Marcus. Can?
You can draw. Can I draw?
I pull up. Can?
Yeah.
Can? Okay, I take away my banner. By the way, your 大徒弟 Matthew Lam is here.
So you see, now the other topic is that when the pandemic comes, the property market also trade. But when you realize, right, sometimes when we watch the market, we need to see the right data. So you see SARS what happened, right, in 2003, right? So you see this line that I'm pointing, the minor change here, right? Okay, I'm supposed to change it to laser pointer.
Right click.
Then which one?
Right click, then pointer options.
So arrow.
Two finger touch, then you get option come out already.
Yeah. Pointer options, then automatic key pen.
Oh no, laser pointer. Red color one, laser pointer. Then people can see it more clearer. Actually, cursor also can. Cursor is like again. Cursor is
actually can. You can see, right?
Can see. My side can see, everybody can see.
Okay, so you see, right, when SARS happened in 2013, right, people were saying that because it's the so blue color is the property market. Green color is actually the GDP, right? So you can see that when the properties go down that time, right, you could see that it is not because of SARS. You must see one thing, what happened in 2000, 2001? What happened? in the comment section. If you really study and you really follow the timing, the time zone, the timeline, what happened, right? Actually, 2001, what happened? You all remember 911?
I think so, right? 01, yeah, correct, right? Correct.
Voice, then why?
Me lah, siwa.
Oh, so 2001 was the time. It was actually the 911, 对吗? That was the time when you see property prices really, you see a steep going down, But after when SARS came in, that time, actually the market just stabilized, and it went through a correction by about 2%, and after that it begin going up again. So today, right, even when the GDP dropped very, 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 very fast, right, you see the property market also never dropped that fast. And 2008 was the time it was the global financial crisis. And when after we recover from the global financial crisis, when even there's H1N1, the prices continue to go up, and government came out with so many rounds of cooling measure, and prices continue to run. So my point here is this: today, if you are hoping that the pandemic will cause prices to drop, of course you can to have your own thinking. But for me, I look for a correlation. If there's no correlation, right, then sometimes we may be using the wrong things to justify. Because when pandemic happens, sentiments become very bad. Because why? People are planning ahead that, oh, I may lose my job. The market may crash. So people will sell off their stocks. And if you watch the stock market and you hear, I listen to a lot of people who I listen to a lot of podcasts also. When equities market drop, the value of real assets go up. Sorry, mistake. When stock market drop, the value of gold goes up. 对不对？你有听过吗？
Yeah. Everyone, safe haven. Our topic today is safe haven.
Correct, because it's a safe haven. And what is a safe haven? Today you buy those government bonds, but you don't go and buy those junk bonds. So if there's a lot of things that can be safe haven, and property is actually in fact one of them, and it's something that is very, very worth looking out for, because it has a very, very strong intrinsic value, and it follows the market sentiments. When things goes up, the property prices goes up as well. So you see, this was actually Park Place. You see, most people that were waiting during 2017 when there was some news about the Korean, right? People always hoping for Korea to go to war. So people don't want to buy. So you can see from $1,700 over PSF, you can see now. And in 2018, the price, developer increased the prices to $2,100. I tell you, some developers may be watching now. Developers got no mercy, man. No mercy. Bad market, you also no mercy to them, correct or not? You don't go and buy when it's a bad market, but when a good market, that time they will not sell cheap. If you can recall Park Place in 2017 when they first launched on this day, right, in March, when they first launched, did you know that actually when they finished selling their phase 1, they closed their show flat and asked everybody to go back. He said you wait for phase 2.
I think that's the not only one. Other show flat also go like that.
Yeah.
Martin Morton also.
Yeah. Can you still see my screen?
Hello. Yes.
Can you see my screen, right? Because I see the Facebook Live, the screen is gone already.
No, you move already. No more already. You stop share already.
Okay, because I don't know why the thing went down. Yeah, so these are just a few examples. I don't want to bore you with so many examples. If you are an agent, I think you can look for your leaders. I'm very sure leaders have information that can share. They can share more with you. If you are a client, right, please look for professionals like the Hanson beside me, or any one of your preferred realtors, and you get the information. We have a lot of information, because I feel that today, if we use rule of thumb investment strategies, like the stock market will drop, all this. Stock market drop. How long do you expect the stock market to go down? You see, even in the US, the government is also building out the stock market, because why? You need to control and make sure businesses don't go bust. Can you still see the screen now?
Can. Diamond draw when you're ready.
So actually, it's the same. 1,004 plus in 2016, and 2018, right? The price is 1,009 something. Then some will tell me, hey Marcus, this one is high floor, this one low floor. This one high floor, but no you see, this is 3110, 1,400 plus PSF. 3111, 1,800 plus PSF. So the price already increased by $300 PSF within 1 year plus. So this Ultra, okay. Ultra as well, 2017, 1,006 plus. 2018, follow my cursor, 1,009, 2,000.
Marcus, I cannot see cursor. Must look, if presenter mode, must put a laser pointer. Cannot see cursor.
Can you see now?
Still cannot see.
Can you see that I clicked the...
You guide them through, it's fine. They don't have to look at cursor one. You just agak give a key point. People are here to see you, don't worry.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see, what I'm trying to show us here is this. If you look at the past, the behavior of consumers and today, right? And if you look at the past, what happened between the relationship between the developers and the buyers, right? You can see clearly usually who is the winner one. Because why? It is definitely the last interest of the government to let the developer go bust, right? And that's the reason why recently we have been seeing so many measures in place that the government is actually trying to contain and to make sure the developers don't sell cheap by extending the QC. And if you were at my consumer seminar, I think Tuesday night or Monday night, I mentioned that day before the news came out, that night, I was telling consumers already, I say, you guess, will the government come out to say that they extend the remission of the ABSD? You see, first they delay the mortgage, defer the mortgage of the homeowners. Next, at first they defer the QC charges, which is the additional tax you pay if you cannot dispose of all the units. The developer cannot sell off everything within 2 years of completion. Within 2 years from completion, then they are subject to so-called like QC, like an ABSD, additional tax. After that, they came out with the deferred mortgage. So as the start, they help the developers. After that, they help the homeowners, the single, those homeowners. And then that night, I was telling people, do you think that they will come out with the 5 years and they delay the 5 years? I said, I think likely it will. The next day, the news come out already. Because today, I don't know whether the government is watching. Today, the government, they are very sure one. If the market doesn't move, if people don't buy, if people are holding on to all their cash, businesses will close down one. You and I will suffer. Because why? Ultimately, when businesses close down, people lose job. People lose job. Ultimately, how much money you keep in the bank doesn't matter that much anymore. So what the government wants to do is to bring in more money to make sure that the market continues to run, developers don't close down, and homeowners will not have to go fire sale. Because why? Because it's never in the interest of the government to let the market crash on. So if you trust the government, can protect the market, if you trust that COVID-19 will ultimately be over and life will eventually slowly go back to normal, people still need to buy homes. People got money, want to buy homes, they will still have to buy. It is not like today when I got no money, I used to go to the restaurant. Now when I have money, I'll go restaurant. When I have no money, I go to the hawker center. But home is everybody will need a home. So if you're trying to fight against the developer, let's see who. I mean, if you are one of them, like I always tell my clients, if you're one of them that you never buy, right, you're perfectly okay to never ever get invested in one private property, or you already own one, you never buy your second one, you also never mind because you feel that you don't care, then you continue to wait, right? But if you are someone that you are very serious about buying, I feel the waiting game only proves one thing. We cannot beat the developer. Yeah, that's the fact. Because why? The government help the developers. The government is never in the interest to help the home buyers get very cheap deal. It doesn't make sense. So that's my point of view. So the government policy, okay, so far, am I going a bit fast or too slow?
Okay, to the point. Hey, Wilson is watching also. Wilson Tay, my guest for tomorrow. Wilson is watching. Oh, a lot of people coming already. Marcus, so charismatic, you see. So guys, now is Marcus has touched on question number 1 already. What's the concern for investors? And he gives the perception of himself as investor. He also touched on different perspective. Also developer homeowner government So now, next one, this question that we discussed that will benefit everybody, including homeowners, is how has the Singapore government supported property market. Actually, Marcus touched a bit already, but now he will give some chart lah. The chart not so visible, but Marcus will say all the key points lah. The flow. Oh, you all understand the flow already? Oh, Lincoln, thanks for liking. Okay, Marcus, back to you.
If you want the slides, get it from anyone. No, if you want these examples, if you're a client or you're a co-broke agent, speak to your PropNext agents, or you can look for Ken Tay directly also, because our agents, our PropNext colleagues are ultra well equipped with all these things for you to go and understand. Because we really want to advise clients from a logical perspective. To be honest, if you ask me right today, if I'm not a property person, and people ask me whether now should I buy property, what would be my answer? Definitely is no one. It's definitely a no. You know why or not? Because it's not. I'm not the expert of the of that trade, ma. So if I don't study, it's natural I'll tell you, 不要买, because I still remember when I was a new agent, a very close client that I really love him a lot because he was my first buyer that he bought something from me. After he bought something from me already, 1 year later, 6 months later was the Lehman crisis. So that was the time Lehman went bust. And he told me, he said, hey Marcus, I want to buy a property. And that was the time, during this period of time, the market was going down like that. It was going down. Can you see the line? Can you see? So it was going down for this period of time. So my client called me, hey, during this time, right, the client called me, hey Marcus, I want to buy a property. I don't know whether he's watching. His name is Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, Singapore got a lot, so you won't know who. So you see, so the prices went down. So he called me, hey Marcus, I want to buy a property. I want to buy second property. Back then, 2007, there wasn't ABSD, there wasn't TDSR, there wasn't a lot of things. So he called me, and I asked you one question. Today, if you're a buyer that time, if you're an agent and you don't watch the market, or you are a friend and you are not a property investor and you haven't watched the property trend before, and you see that when the market is going down like that, right, and your friend asks you, hey, can my property, right, or not, what will you say? Yes or no?
Wait lah.
People losing jobs, banks closing down, economy going for the worst already. Of course it's a no lah. So as a very honest young boy, when at the age of 25 years old, I'm still a young boy lah, just older than a lot of you out there lah. So now when at that age, I told my client, no lah, don't buy, Mr. Goodip, just hey, I say his name out already. Continue to wait for the price. The price still dropping. Suddenly the price went for a V-shaped recovery. Correct. So that time, my client called me during the point where it's about like this, and he called me. That was in like 1 year later. You guess how I felt that time? I felt like shit. You know why? Because I never do my study. I just use a very layman approach that my market is bad, wait for the price to drop. And end up my client missed the boat and couldn't enter at this pricing. End up that time he had to enter around this pricing. But he still bought, because why? People still like to buy properties, right? So what kind of person are you? Are you an investor that look at value? Or are you a speculator that is waiting for the market to tank to the bottom? So if you want to continue, and some people tell me it's better to buy when it's during the recovery stage. Correct or not?
Safer, they feel safer.
So when it's down, you don't know whether the price will continue to dip. I think in stock market, people say catching the falling knife or something. But when it's better to buy when it's recovering. But you forget one thing, today, properties are unique. Properties are not like today, that landed house is sold ready. Tomorrow you can buy an exact same landed house on top of him. Don't have. So sometimes some buyers end up never buy anything at all. Why? Because they eventually miss the units that they like. So they didn't buy anything. And some set cases, I hear that when they miss the property market, they go to the equities market and they burn their fingers. So it's very sad. So today, are you an investor? And if you're not invested in property, then you must go and think. Of course, the stock market is good now. People say you buy stock, sure make money. But I know all my friends who are trading shares will tell you this thing, that if you only invest with the money that you can afford to lose. If today you have decided to buy a property, but you are hoping that you use your money to go to the stock market and then make some money already, then you can buy properties. Then it's a little bit dangerous. Because why? Because if you cannot get the house, eventually you cannot get the house, because if the property, the stock market, your stock prices didn't go up. So are you prepared for that? If you are, then good for you, you can continue to wait. But if you are not, then I will highly suggest don't play the waiting game, right? So so this is what the government is doing. So green color line, basically the green, okay, hope I'm not going too fast. Green color is when when the prices goes down, right? The government will loosen the measures. When the property prices goes up, they will tighten the measures. So it's very funny, man. Our Singapore government, whenever price goes up, they will tighten measures, right? .com crash in 2011. So after that, when the prices go down, right, they will ease the measures. It's just like now what the government is doing. So they come to a point, right? You realize that our government doesn't want property prices to go down. They don't want developers to go past. They don't want homeowners to default their payments, because why? For the banks, the last one, right, is to repossess homes. That's the last thing they want. No banks want to do that one. And now we saw an article a few days ago saying that the auctions today, a lot of houses going for auction, but not many units sold. Because why? They are not releasing their properties cheap. So even at the auction, you go there, because I'm also looking for properties. I also go and see,看landed 有没有 fire sale see whether what. Yeah, everybody wants to. I mean, even me, right? I also guided. Humans are guided by emotion, man. It's a herd mentality. Like, why? Maybe can. But we thought that we are the only savvy people. But the fact that is the whole market people are savvy, because internet makes people a lot smarter than in the past already. So if you are there thinking that because you watch a lot of YouTube channel or you hang out with a lot of trader friends, and that makes you a Warren Buffett, right? Then you have to be very careful, because even Warren Buffett don't speculate. He invests. He invests in good companies. He don't go in and wait for the market to tank. Then I mean, that is not investing. That one is speculating. So be careful what you're doing. But this is to show you that even if you buy today, you don't need to worry, because the government is taking care of your investment. I also have my properties. The prices never go up, but I'm okay, because I know that if you trust the Singapore government, right, basically the price will hold on. And when the market recover and the demand comes back, the organic demand and or the artificial demand, whichever comes in, right, when sentiments are better, people will come back, because cheap money is easily available out there right now. So the question here I always ask my client is that today, if not for the 8 rounds of cooling measures, what would our prices be today? Right? Ask yourself this question. So that is our government saying that July curbs are to prevent property price from going up. You see, our government is very clear. Actually, you can go and download all the facts from our MAS website. It's called the macro prudential policies. They don't call it cooling measure. They call it the macro prudential policies, which they adjust accordingly. When the market is bad, they will make things easier for the sellers. When the market is good, right, they make things harder for the buyers, right? Because why? Neither do they want things to tank, and also they don't want a bull run for anything. They just want to maintain a stable and sustainable growth. And the last few slides, I just want to show you this one. Many of you may have already seen before. I'm not going too fast, right?
Quite okay. But the thing, not a lot of people show like and share. Come on, guys, like. Marcus, so much information, But it's like, but a lot of people come in and see really, Marcus, so charismatic. See, almost
because we don't have a lot of time already, right?
About that, yeah. To the point.
Yeah, so you see, this one I just want to see today. Look at what the big boys say. I think looking at what the big boys say, of course, a lot of people will say that, hey, these banks, right, they don't want market to tank. That's why they always write a lot of positive news. Then I feel that sometimes if we think from that perspective, does it make us a very negative person? When people tell you good that time, you don't believe. When people tell you bad that time, then you scared. Then how are we going to make logical decisions when there's a lack of trust and there's a lack of your own studies that are up to date? So that's what I think maybe I stop sharing the screen for a bit. Yeah. It was very boring and I cannot see Ken's face when I look at the screen only. Can you see my face when I'm speaking? Yeah. Now I can see your face already, very happy.
Have a drink. You said talk so much already. So guys, I believe Marcus sharing is very good. Because we discuss, we share big picture first, then we share Singapore. Then lastly, then we'll share where's the safe haven. Safe haven for investors. Today, everybody looking for safe haven, right? So if you don't buy gold, anyway, gold not very safe, guys. If you are an investor, gold not the safest. Don't blindly go and buy. Don't blindly go and buy. Safe haven. What other safe haven are there? So you must do homework. Hey, Marcus summarize already. Must do homework. Don't your friend buy, you also buy. Then our friend go casino, we also go casino, man. Cannot be.
That's
Casino
yeah. Property is not basically. If I don't know about you, definitely I know when I say all these things, a lot of people will not be happy or whatever. But I'm just speaking from my own perspective. The fact is that why I buy. I am just sharing with you why I choose to put more money in properties than in the stock market lah. Because I don't like to speculate, and I don't like to read so many stock trends and all these things. And I feel that the stock market is largely driven, is very heavily reliant on one thing called sentiments. Property is different. You see, let me give you a very simple example. I don't know, I saw someone telling me I disagree with some points. I totally respect that you disagree, and I can accept, because why? I am not perfect also. I'm not Warren Buffett. Even Warren Buffett, sometimes the thing he say I also don't agree. Right? So nothing wrong. Vito, Moko, I respect you for that, but I respect your disagreement. If you can elaborate a little bit so I can try to give you some of my point of view lah. But I'm not debating with you. I'm not going to be, because I respect everybody's opinion. I'm just saying that why I choose to put my money in properties is because properties to me is a real demand for properties. And Singapore government already curbed a lot of speculation by coming with strings of cooling measures. So there's one thing called, there's what I believe is that when real demand means there's really people here that need to live in the houses. That's real demand. But shares, right, sometimes it is, I will say, I can't say it's artificial demand, but I will regard it as a less real demand as compared to a property. That means you don't have a house to stay. Cannot, ma. You don't have shares. You will die, man. You won't die, what? But that means there's a real demand for things. But today, if you go to Malaysia, if you're a developer for Malaysia properties, you can buy Malaysia properties, and you drive past the Medini and Iskandar area, you see, wow, all empty one. Singapore is not like that, my friend. So we must really understand that properties are real demand. Shares are more of a speculation or investment tool. Properties is something that you don't have unless you can live in the streets lah. But Singapore don't have one. So that's why I feel I want to just put it as a hedge for future retirement. So I just put down there, because to me, right, you buy a properties and 3 years you don't do anything, right? And the property price go down a little bit, you won't feel that you are stupid, because the price, you cannot do anything, by the way, you just continue to hold. But if you buy an equity and every time the price go up, you never sell, the price went down again, then you feel, 哎呀，早知道我卖. So if you are the kind you like this kind, then go lah. I don't like lah. I feel very stressed. Yeah. I look at property.
Don't go up, still rental. So people tell me that.
Yeah. So and properties, you leverage, you upsize 3 times, 4, you level up 4 times. But shares, you can also do margin lah. But you have to make sure when the margin call comes, you can pay lah. But properties, you are less subject to margin calls. Of course, margin also okay lah. I went to study, it's also about 3% for the margin. But when you drop that time, you have to face the margin call. You must have money to pay lah. If you enjoy that like that, then okay. But property is very different lah. Yeah, properties. I'm not saying stocks don't buy, but I'm just saying that don't miss out on either one. Yeah, get invested. Yeah, get invested in a very real asset first. Then you know that 200,000-300,000, you already got a home that will hedge against inflation for the next 20 years until you retire, and you'll be collecting rental, and the price will gradually go up. Then the spare money that you don't need for the home one, then you can buy a share. So those first timer here, speak to your agents and see what plans you all can formulate lah.
A lot of chances out there. Do homework. Don't ask your parent or HDB hold. Not say not good. Do homework. Modern homework.
Yeah, more up-to-date homework. Speak to your property agent or speak to our dear Ask Ken Tay. Yeah.
Yeah. 在这边.
Yeah.
You want to touch on what's the safe haven? The product. Today we will touch on product one.
Okay, I think today when we are looking for a property, I mean, to me, I see there are so many things that you can buy. So people always ask me like, where can you put the money is the safest? In my opinion, if you buy a Singapore property, the residential property, and you really do your sums already, most of the properties that you see, as long as you can see, as long as you can identify a very strong price support, in the long run, you still eventually make money lah. But if you ask me that if you have the budget, or you are someone that you have the budget, then I think if you can enter the CCR right now, I feel it's a great opportunity. Because the CCR right now, they are going through a point of later I'll show you some slides. I'll show you some slides to share with you why. And maybe I can just show you now because
I say hi to everybody first. You go and find the slides, okay? Ming Ren is here. 𝐺𝐵𝐿 Chu now very famous one. Patricia here. Patricia Chua is here also. Richard Sim, hello. Raymond Game also very famous. Eric Gu. And my dad is watching also. Hello, Papa.
Supporter.
My father, mother always support. Father, mother, Hui Ting watching also. My sister also watching. All support and support. Hello, Bevan. Hello, David. Hello, Stan. Hello, Teo Si Hua. Hello, Brian. Brian also always watch. Charmaine also watching. Hello, Lian Ting. Hello, James. Okay. We wait for Marcus. He finding the slides. Hey, by the way, whoever just joined, today we have very nice Marcus. He's covering on the big picture on what's a safe haven for Singapore. So you not just say only. You can share with him. If you disagree, he will gracefully share with you and he will accept your point. Not debating. Very important.
He also okay one.
Hey, Marcus, went off the screen. Yeah, I thought you wanted some private time. Oh, okay. You want to show a slide? You go slowly. When you're ready, let me know. Oh, by the way, hey, right?
I'm opening the slide, but apparently, like, it's not opening.
Okay, Marcus left the room already. Accidental. Common technical issue. Very common. So, I need to put the picture. Ultimately, for consumers, free gift is free gifts for consumers in the description. See me.
Oh, okay. I know why you did.
For consumers, free gift in the description is for your loan application, the direct developer websites for any project. Pronex, we are the biggest in Singapore. All the direct prices are all there already. Please have a look. The transparent one. You all look at the prices. I won't see your face one. It's okay. Do your own homework. Also loan. These three: home valuation, loan, then also developer websites. These are all by the updated by developers, not us. So you can see the prices. All real time one. Marcus is very nice. He will touch on what's the safe haven for investors. Must buy safe lah. Now everybody's scared.
Actually, now I'm looking at I'm on the deck. You can now only see my face, right?
I can see your face, but I can on your slides already. I see already. Three factors. You want me to draw? I can draw. Can.
So now, what do you see? Three factors to a
good investment.
Oh, okay, very good. Okay, now I understand how to use
it. Hey.
Okay. I don't elaborate too much. I try not to elaborate too much here, but I show you some of the trends. So I think some of us we saw, some of us we didn't see, but I think we all accept that today the properties, in terms of the pricing between the resale and the new launch, right, actually the gap is really huge. So some people, they may fall into a concept that the resale and the new launch gap is so huge. So I think there will be a great opportunity for the resale owners to make some profit if I buy a resale today, right? I think I don't want to go into this topic today, but you can check with your agents, right? And today, we have definitely got our research to show you that if you want to buy things like this, right? Like the great Warren, we always call Warren Buffett. I don't know. People always say, price is what you pay, and value is what you get. If you are buying something because it's cheap, and you think that because it's cheap, the potential or the gap for it to fill up is a lot higher, then it's almost like gambling, right? This is what from the Warren Buffett he say one. If you only look at price, you are gambling, right? Because when you the pricing will sometimes may not pricing sometimes cause people to fall into what I call something we call a price trap lah. Because why cheap can always become cheaper ma. But you need to understand the value and understand the kind of position you are taking in when you are buying a resale properties. I'm not saying cannot. I also want to sell my I also got two of my properties I want to sell this year already. So I also don't want to say that resale is not good. But I'm just saying that today when you buy, you must really see a good value there. But you see, sorry for this this misalignment. You can see that the rest of the parts of Singapore, right, the RCR, the gap between the new launch and the resale is 34%. The OCR is actually 40%. Can see?
Yeah.
And then the CCR is only 26%. So you see, right, fundamentally, right, if you look at the difference in the pricing between the two, the regions of CCR, you see CCR went up 17% over the last about 10-12 years after the global financial crisis. We take the peak. The peak. So I draw a line, right, from the peak up all the way to the new peak during this period. And I draw a line up from the CCR to hit the current market. You see, we are actually 17% behind the overall index, right? Sorry, 20% below less than the index. So if you ask me, I see a good opportunity for the market when the market becomes bullish again, right? There's a good chance that we can catch up to make up for this 37%. I feel that there is still a bit more room for growth in the CCR because it hasn't really appreciated that much ever since the last bull run. Property market never really gone through a bull run for the last 10 over years already because government is controlling. But when the demand really comes back in, right, I think there's still a lot of room for CCR property prices to grow lah. So this is actually one of the project that one of the place that when I'm buying a property, I also look at price support. So today, right, looking at the CCR area, looking at the downtown line, you actually see that there's a lot of properties launches around here. And we look at the pricing, right? We are looking for support. So today you can see most of the properties that are in Bukit Timah, in the downtown line. Okay, some are freehold, there are some that are leasehold. You will see that the prices are very clear. 2007, 2008 for around Stevens Road area. And for 6th Avenue is about 2003 plus for a 99-year leasehold and about 2007. So Comfort and Newton is actually 2003. So this is the launch that we are talking about. Since I don't have a lot of time, I dive straight into the product. So I'm not saying, so in my opinion, this is something that if you have an aspiration to really buy a good property, a good value properties, if you want to buy something that has very strong intrinsic value, that has a lot of upside potential, right? I feel CCR, it will be the highlight because why? Today, when you go to the CCR, the rich people, not that rich people all buy CCR, but foreigners will prefer to buy CCR. So why buy properties where the foreigners are buying is a very simple logic. Some of you know, when foreigners come into Singapore to buy a property, they will have to pay 20% ABSD. Correct me if I'm wrong. 20%. So your dollar, when you buy something at $1, the foreigner is buying at $1.20. And today your $1 is equivalent to $1.20. And when there are buyers that are buying second properties, they pay ABSD also. So they pay 12% ABSD. So if they're paying 12% ABSD, right, your dollar against the dollar is $1 to $1.12. So immediately you are already getting a very strong support in terms of the money that you're paying, because the people that buy the people that take their position at $1.20, they will definitely want to sell. They will definitely have to sell at maybe $1.40. But when you are entering at $1, your position is $1, right? Versus $1 versus $1.20.
Win.
Very difficult to draw. So next time when people are trying to sell at 140, right, actually for you to exit at 120, it will appear very logical and it will look a lot cheaper to the future buyers that are going to buy through from you who didn't pay ABSD versus the foreigners that pay 20% ABSD. So that's the reason why I recommend this area, the CCR. Okay, I go a little bit fast. because I don't want to be like selling product. So,
to the point only. Marcus very to the point. 讲重点. That's why.
Where's my screen now gone already?
Yeah,
anyways.
Phantom.
So anyway, this is actually the RCR area and the CCR. So I don't know. Now I'm looking at the live screen and I'm trying to toggle around because I don't know where my screen go to. Very funny.
Relatable quantum.
Yeah, because usually I don't use laptop to do presentation. But today, this one I have to. Oh, okay.
Thanks for the love. Emma, I can remove first.
Then,
don't worry, slowly. So, by the way, those who don't know, Marcus is the in charge for the project. So he's the biggest guy there, but he has the most direct information. So we'll share all transparent information, not selling Goyo, but really why we touch on this product. Because the product there not cheap, by the way. It's the cheapest in CCR, but people can how do I say people can enter this project without visiting the show flat. It's through online C only, online CC look, then they okay already, So today is I would say old time habit, last time habit, must see show flat. It's last time habit, must see show flat. Now people are moving forward. By the way, after CB, guys, after the circuit breaker, we will see how the market change. Oh, everybody is changing habit already. More people work from home. Big office don't need so big anymore. And lastly, all industry will change. Food industry will change also. We will see after circuit breaker. Even agent, we have to do live now. Do live. Maybe in the future, we do live to show house. Never know. Hey, Marcus, okay?
I don't know. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, can.
You can see, right? So you will be able to see that am I looking for price support that are actually in the CCR area. So just now we were talking about, first maybe we talk about, since you can see my screen now, I will show you the RCR first. So these are rest of central region. So for those who are new here, you don't know what is RCR. RCR is actually city fringe. So city fringe is like Outram Park, Red Hill, Toa Payoh, Boon Keng, even Golden Mile area, even like not Rochor, like Little India, all these are considered the city fringe. So they are not the right smack Orchard Road, all these things. So you see, this is one Burbank, 2003, 2004 BSF. You can see this is Mayfair at Upper Bukit Timah King Albert Park is 2000 BSF. You can see Mayor Mansion, which is at East Coast, is 2700 BSF. But Copper and Newton being in Newton and CCR District 9, right? You're actually getting like 2,200 over dollars BSF. So the question before we talk about whether can make money or not, let's talk about whether is there a risk. If you are buying lower than the city fringe, but you are right smack in town, right? Then the risk, I would say, it is definitely minimal. Because why? The buyers that want the location in the CCR, right? Are we already at the lowest price? If you're already at the lowest price, even if the market is really bad, I am already the one that's selling cheapest, man. Am I right to say that? And it does it mean that when the price drop that time, the more expensive one will drop first or the cheapest one will drop first? I'm not saying the more expensive one will drop, but I'm just saying that the chances of the most affordable one, usually the price drop is the chances are the lowest. So you can see that similar locations, like for example, cannot say similar location similar District 9 and CCR area, right? You can see the PSF is already about this price. So as compared to Copper and Newton, right, we are only at $2,250. Hope I'm not talking too fast. I go to the next slide. Okay, so the quantum, when you look at the quantum, today when you buy a low quantum property, it gives you a higher rental yield. So you can see that the quantum here as compared to the different areas for the one bedroom at about $1.2 million, right? We're actually entering about the price of RCR. Right, this side is the RCR. On the right side is the RCR. A two bedroom, the one bedroom is about 1.1 something, 1.0 something, 1.0 something. People are already accepting that city fringe one bedroom will cost about 1 million. And places in the CCR, which is the core central region, you can see the quantum is about 1,300 plus. So quantum is an important thing because in future when you want to sell, you must make sure people can afford. So this is Copper and two bedroom. Okay, all these, right? perhaps I will not want to elaborate for too long because I think there are better answers. Speak to your agents, approach your agents, take a logical and open-minded approach, and really listen to your experts around you and study numbers. Make decision based on numbers, right? Try not to listen to what people say and take their word for it. So basically, in the nutshell, right, I'm just trying to tell you that the quantum of copper and Newton is something that you don't really get in the CCR at this point in time, and even in the RCR as well, right? I hope you all can see. And yeah, let's go back to our anyway, this is actually the exit strategy that I written out lah. So you can decide for yourself whether does it make sense or not. So basically, you just need to sell at the price that people have paid for. Sorry to overrun because I think I prepare. I hope that I can share more. Yeah, so I prepare.
Value add. Anyway,
we
do studying because people will watch us before they some vitamin before they sleep. So they dream of you. Hey Marcus, they'll dream of you. Hey, but when you buy, must think of 𝐿𝐳𝐶. Hey, Marcus, this is the 𝐿𝐳𝐶 one. This one very important. After you touch on this, then we will touch on see any questions from the comments. Most of the time.
Yes. I think I prepared too much already. So anyway, yeah, it's 2,600. This will be the future exit price your target price. So before I end this copper slide, right, I just want to share with you one thing. I just want to ask those people, those clients or agents or whoever who feel that now is not the time to buy property. I don't know about you lah. If when my SSD clear, I will buy lah. It's just that I cannot sell my properties now because you cannot SSD. So when my SSD is up, I will sell and I will buy because today, right, buying property is not like buying a share. Buying a share, $3, $2, you are still buying the same share. It's just different. You are entering different position, but property is different. You miss means you miss already. You got to find something equivalent because you need to wait 3 years. If you like that unit, you like the unit number. If you miss this unit, you need to wait 3 years later for this seller to say that, hey, I sell it to you. So it's very different today. So, okay, basically, this slide to tell you we just need to achieve 2020 pricing as compared to the rest of the District 9 properties. They are already going in at 2006. But what you need to do is to sell at 2006. So I like to see this kind of opportunities because I think if we do compare, right, the reason why I say so is because in future this 2006 will try to sell at 3,000. But you just need to sell at about 2006. You are not trying to achieve new milestone or or to break new threshold. Basically, yeah. If you ask me, achievable it's safe lah. Well, I think to drop, right, there's not much room to drop because you're already at the price of RCR City Fringe area already. Yep. So
everybody bought the same price, or they paid more stamp duty.
Yeah. And a lot more foreigners there are a lot more foreigners, and the people there have more holding power. In my opinion, I'm not saying that the rest of the places got no holding power, but I'm saying that the CCR people generally, I look at, I don't know whether I'm supposed to say that, but a lot of the owners, the buyers are paying full cash or they are paying 50% down payment.
Can say nothing wrong, Never say.
They're paying 50% down payment. They are buying under trust. They are paying full cash, and for them to have to sell and go into desperation, right? The chances will be a little bit lower, and the gains will be a lot higher because CCR, if you want to buy CCR in future, the next few properties if you want to buy, you have to wait for the next en bloc cycle already lah. Yeah. Yes. If not, then you look at the properties now.
Okay, now is the comment. Now is the last section, guys. Last section, questions from comments. Justin Quet just came in, Ming Ren, Justin Quet. A lot of your top producers come and watch you already, Marcus. 他们来看你的 Then they'll dream of you tonight, Marcus.
Later we can zoom video chit chat lah.
So late, is this still Zoom? Power. Oh, baby's all sleep. That's why we put our live so not late 9 plus 10 because all our children sleep already So it's better for us to listen listen to good looking people better. Hey Marcus, anybody in the comment section any questions you guys want to drop? Marcus. Marcus will answer it live. Anybody, any questions? Marcus, welcome question. Be humble. Just now, if you all missed the earlier section, there was some question. He straight away draw the comment. Hey, okay, I agree with you. Then he answered the question. If not, I got one question from my buyer. You all realized earlier this year there's one launch called the M, right? The M. The one sold very well. I think 70%. 70% on launch day, Marcus. I think I saw the article 70%. I think so. So this is the question they always ask me. Hey Ken, the M the M like so herd mentality Herd mentality the M so the M still can buy or not? Oh, cannot. Copper, you say copper so good, can compare or not? Honestly, for me, I will say because copper is now circuit breaker still selling. Wait. So boss, please share with me how will you answer this question, Marcus? If people throw this to you, I'm sure people throw this to you, so I missed the M. So copper, how to compare?
Hey, you got good question, right? Linus Day, how to justify the many unprofitable transactions for OUE Twin Peaks? Yeah.
Linus quite responsive quite responsive. Tammy has a question. Linus very thank you for
good. I think sometimes it's good to crash our brains together, and I mean, to me, right, ultimately the okay, we answer your question first, which is a Linus question. We answer a Linus question first, or the M one.
Linus must.
If you ask me, right, today depends on what is your objective of buying a property. Actually, some of the buyers that buy properties in the CCR, there are different kind of buyers. Some people are just going in as a quick investment, buy 3 years, 5 years, then I will sell. Some people, they buy properties, they are buying something that they want to live there and it's a home. So I know people that bought properties, and maybe they only have one name to buy one property. So after that, when they make some money elsewhere and they wish to upgrade that time, right, they don't mind losing a bit of money down here, especially I remember one of my clients told me this. I cannot tell you which property, but there's a famous place in Orchard Road where a lot of foreigners buy during the 2007. A very comparable product was Orchard Residences. I roughly like that tell you, what is the product already. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, I don't say invested, it was heavily invested by foreigners. So these foreigners, when they buy, right, they actually use this as a hedge against their currency. So even when they sell at a slight loss, they're actually okay. But like I say, when there are unprofitable transactions out there, but you still have holding power, the value of your property is still there, right? Unless there are tumbling numbers of transactions, right, that pushes the valuation down, then yes, then your valuation drop more. But if you're buying a property, like I said just now, and you are in to hold the property for long term, then I feel that we don't need to panic so much about buying and people are selling at an unprofitable transaction. Because to be fair, OUE Twin Peaks, people really bought. There was a lot of people buying in 2016 only. 2016, yeah, if I'm not wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong, but it should be about 2015, 2016. So actually there's still a lot of room, and time is still early in the property is still young in the sense. So if you ask me, can the property price go up if you got the holding power to continue holding? I think it's largely possible because the value is already there. Yeah, and people are paying monthly modern for 2,000 up to $3 PSI already. So it depends on the objective. So to answer Linus, right, I think how to justify many unprofitable transactions in OUE Twin Peaks. Maybe I can only say this: those that bought at very, very high prices without price justification. Yeah, I'm being very candid here. People bought properties that time, they always feel that property will always go higher and higher and higher. So if I noticed some of the transactions that were traded for that were selling at very high losses was actually they took positions at very, very high price. Yeah, that's what I can say. Those that bought at the ultra high, and yeah, those were the ones that suffer the losses. But in general, people who bought after developer cut price, the developer gave very good discounts during that time. I think they are still holding on to their positions. Yep.
I think
so I hope I answer your question, AD. Definitely, I'm not the very bullish kind. Price will confirm go up. I'm not like that. But I'm just saying that today, if you want to buy something and you can see places around you that are similar quality or maybe similar quality, slightly better quality or similar quality, and you can see a big gap, I feel that is a showcase. That is a proof or a sign to me that there is a good cushion in terms of pricing. So I like to look for cushioning that you can see similar properties in the same district. There's a big gap. Then I feel that it's safe to enter. Or Linus, I hope I answer your question.
Thank you. If you answer, Linus, say thank you. Thank you for asking your question, Linus.
I need to say yes. I don't know whether you still... Linus, are you still there?
Linus always there, always there. More of my life.
Next time, invite him to come and be interviewed.
Okay. 听讲，很多流言蜚语。Okay. The M question, the M.
Okay. So the M, I think is a comparison. I don't know whether the comparison, I think is both are good properties, but maybe they share different investment. The buyers, the investment strategy for these two will be very different. Why I say so is because the M is actually something, in my opinion, it will be a very good rental property. Of course, what the M has, copper doesn't have. So what copper has, the M don't have. For example, we all know that Singaporeans buy homes, and we all know that as agents, right? We are all agents, Can I say that 1 out of 2 of the sellers and buyers that you are servicing, right, move because of the children? Correct or not? Last time no kids, now got kids. I need to move nearer to my mother. Last time my kids study primary school, now secondary school. I need to shift closer to the secondary school. Last time I stay at my mother's house, now got children already, cannot live in my mother's house, too small. So because of family expansion, because of family, the growth of our children, we need to shift, and sometimes we shift to places that we pay because we got no choice. We need to be there. So Copper and Newton offers the value proposition of having 3 elite schools and 3 elite boys schools within 1 kilometers and 2 elite girls school within 2 kilometers. So that is something that the M will not have. But likewise, Copper is not inside the CBD like Bugis, right? Copper doesn't have like 3 major cinemas that are within super near walking distance. So I think I have to be very unbiased on this. But I would say that if you miss the M already, right, just come for the Copper lah.
Miss
because if you still like the M, go ahead and go and buy the M. But if you cannot stomach the fact that now you're buying the more expensive ones and you are at a standstill, so you don't want to go for the M, then you are still waiting for Copper. But you are wondering like, which one is better? But you cannot stomach the M already, then just go for the Copper, because Copper, the prices has not increased yet. Yeah, so there are still good units down there. Once again, I want to reinforce this fact that I'm not saying that the M is not good. Definitely, they sell 70% must be good lah. But I'm saying that if you already miss out on the M, right, then you cannot stomach the fact that the price has been increased. You cannot accept, right? Then go for the Copper. Yeah, because Copper will eventually, the price has to increase also.
Yeah, I agree. Developer is here to make money. Developer cannot come here and charities.
Developer got no mercy one. Just like you and I, we got no mercy also. When it buying properties.
I think that was very well covered and very neutral, guys. If you agree, very neutral. Any last question before we say thank you to Marcus? Today, Marcus very nice. We agree at 1 hour. We plan for 1 hour. Marcus willing to extend. Any last question for Marcus? If not, we say thank you to Marcus. Thank you. We guest speaker come, must say thank you. Hey, Marcus, I owe you a big coffee. I
sure.
Grab to your house lah. I must know.
We can do and drink. I pound my 3-in-1 and drink together with you. Can already.
Yeah, don't use live. Any other question before we say thank you to Marcus? If not, we'll conclude it for today. I think there's no more already. I think there's no more.
很好 Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to Ken. Can we all say a big thank you to Ken also for all the effort to do all these things for every one of us? And please hit the like button for his page and like and share and comment so that this can benefit more people out there. I hope today I'm also very honored to have all of you with us in this sharing. I hope it has benefited you. And yeah, take care, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Marcus. I'll draw you to the backstage. 你不要走先 we debrief.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. Continue saying thank you. Marcus will see you and Marcus can still see. So I want to appreciate everyone for watching. Today is a very good live. Seldom we got 1 hour plus. If Marcus share all is a personal one. Not like draw from slide. Very, very structured. He share all personal one. So that's why I got Marcus to share, because he's a very sincere person and he share all personal sharing. So last thing I want to point out before I say goodnight to everybody, thank you for watching. Like and share if this add value to you. You can drop snippets to share to your buyer if you're an agent. If you're direct, if you're a consumer, the free gift is in the description. To check the value of your home, to do loan, and also direct developer websites to see all the prices, floor plan. Next, we have, I would say, most of the projects in Singapore. If not, don't have you, I can ask me, I still can ask, I can find out for you. Lastly, tomorrow my live will be on renovation, guys. Renovation. Wait. Renovation. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Wilson Tay from Rest and Relax. He will share with you all what's the point to take note for renovation. In renovation, I'm not expert. So I have to leave to the expert, Wilson Tay. I spoke to him on a pre-live. I spoke to him. Really, share a lot of good points on it. Really. Points that you and I will not know one. Like what? Example. So you want to start renovation, right? So you start to find your ID after CB or before CB. Why must be before CB? Then he's the insider. He'll share with you why must find before CB. Because they know one. And they will share very truthfully what points to take note. Tomorrow live, 1 o'clock, speedy renovations after circuit breaker. That will not, I look at camera, Marcus leave me, I look at camera, will not burst your wallet, guys. Because burst wallet will waste point. But he will speed with speedy reno because everybody rushing already after CB. Rushing already. Are you going to be the first one or the last one? Can? So with that, I'll say thank you. Good night, guys. Have good sleep. Happy weekend. Stay home, stay safe. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.